Welcome to Macho Talks Sports Extra, hosted by yours truly, Macho, as well as Ryan Aybar and Daniel Flores. Today we'll be covering the Thursday night football game, the Unk-Off, the Silver Fox Bowl, the Icy Hot Bowl between the Bengals and the Steelers. We also go over the Sunday night slate where we're going to tell you who we think is going to win every single game, as well as the doubleheader on Monday Night Football. And then we have a little fun where we're going to draft a starting five lineup from NBA players as well as 3 bench spots. And we want you guys to tell us who has the best team. Let's get into it. All right, so let's get into this Thursday night football game where we had the Bengals defeating the Steelers 33-31. I'm sorry I had to say that out loud, Flores, but we're going to have you start this off. Can you tell us what happened in this game?
Everything bad happened in this game. Everything from week 1 and week 2 on the defensive side of the ball, just all came back. They had us fooled for 3 weeks. All the defensive assignments were blown. The communication was blown. The tackling was just not there. The effort was not there. And just at the end of the day, the game plan the game progressed, and you guys saw it with your own eyes. Something that I've been preaching, not just to you guys, but to all my friends, the ones who care and listen, and the ones that don't even care and listen. I've been saying Mike Tomlin does not. How do I put this? He's not going to change his ways for the betterment of the team because of the success he's had. Now, that success has been a lot of mediocre football. And in-game scheming has been his biggest downfall all throughout his entire career. I mean, even past this game, right? Let's say we do make the playoffs. I'm in no form, shape, whatever, however you say that. I'm still pissed off from Thursday because they reeled me back in, right? They reeled me back in, and I'm like, all right, finally, this year's different. We're gonna finally make a statement that this is not the same team. We turned it around just from the couple years ago. We have Aaron Rodgers that's playing out of his mind. And what do? Okay, we start off the game 10-0. Okay. We're up. It looks like we're about to dominate. And then from there, they just score I think it was 17 straight. And then
20.
defense just from there. 20 straight. Mm-hmm. And just the defense just kept getting gashed, and big plays couldn't get off the field at the money down. But again, looking forward into the future, we're going to be in the playoffs because that's how it just happens year in, year out. In the playoffs. Since our last win, which was back in 2017 versus the Kansas City Chiefs, we lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. We gave up 36 points. In the divisional round the following year against the Jaguars, we gave up 45 points. Against the Browns in 2021 in the wild card, we gave up 48 points. Against the Chiefs in 2022, we gave up 42 points. Against the Bills in the wild card, 2 years ago in 2024, we gave up 31 points. And then last year against the Ravens, we gave up 28 points. It's just the scheme has been the same since Tomlin has gotten there, regardless of the defensive coordinator. Edelman said it in one of his podcasts. It's like, we know what the Steelers are going to do. They've been doing the same thing since 2008. Mike Tomlin got hired in 2008. And you saw with your own eyes again, Jamar Chase, all he did, slant, inside, slant, inside, slant, inside. Oh, we're going to change it up. No, it's just out route against Joe Flacco that just got there 10 days ago. And this dude looked like Dan Marino. I thought it was Dan Marino in the Icy Hot Bowl. And I have to give credit to Aaron Rodgers. And yes, he did throw 2 picks. One was just an incredible play by the Bengals defense, and just came at just a terrible time for us. Yeah, that snagged our soul. That's what that one did. And Aaron Rodgers brought us all the way back. And then you have the Bengals thinking towards the end, oh, this game's, that's it. It's done. It's going to finish 31-30. But no, this defense, again, just got walked through too much time on the clock. Joe Flacco being a veteran quarterback, because that's all it takes is just for you to know a little bit of what the Steelers are going to do. And Flacco obviously does because he played in the division for so long. And it's just, he didn't even know the play call. He said it. He didn't know what the hell's going on. This guy had a he ran the ball for 10 yards pinned in their own end. Like what the hell is going on? Like, yeah. Nah, man. They had me hyped a little bit, right? Yes, the division is hurt, but at this point it doesn't even matter. We have a tough few games coming up now. We play the Packers, I think, next week. And yeah, we shall see. We'll be there 9-8 somehow, get in there, but
I mean, we spoke about it on the main pod about whether the Steelers are legit and if they're kind of benefiting from this division here. But one thing that we didn't factor in was that Joe Flacco is elite. that kind of just.
I mean, now you see why Mike Tomlin was pissed off at
Yeah.
I blame the Browns. You know that? Yeah. I blame the freaking Cleveland Browns for this stupid. The Bengals were dead in the water. They were dead in the water. They had Jake Browning. I was foaming at the mouth. I'm like, we're getting Jake Browning. This guy is going to do absolutely nothing. And then what do? They trade for Flacco. The Packers were scared. They thought they were going to get Flaccoed again because they lost to the Browns with Flacco. And then no, it just ended up being us getting the. My goodness, man, I'm pissed.
Mr. Ryan Aybar, can you tell me what was something that you noticed in this game? What was going through your mind during this game? Let me know.
On one side, I want to give credit to Joe Flacco and the Bengals, but on the other side, I want to call out that Steelers defensive line. You're supposed to be one of the better defensive lines in the NFL against one of the lesser offensive lines in the NFL. Thanks. And, I mean, Joe Flacco had his way. Jamar Chase, 16 receptions, 161 yards. Like, he had a crazy game. On top of that, I'm playing him in fantasy football. So, I was a Steelers fan on Thursday night. So, I'm also upset. But also, like, this division itself, it's one of the harder divisions to actually evaluate, no matter what's going on, no matter who's healthy, no matter who goes where, no matter, like, it doesn't, no matter the schedules, it doesn't matter. Every time I watch two of these teams from this division play each other, it's always a crazy, it could either be an ugly 2-point game or a high-scoring 1-point game. It's the hardest division to evaluate by far. So anytime any of these two teams play, I never know what to expect ever. Yeah. In this game, you had old man Joe. You had the unk off between Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco got the best of them. I mean, that's really what it came down to. And Aaron Rodgers still has a piss missile, by the way.
Yeah, he does.
So that was one of the things I wanted to highlight. Obviously, Joe Flacco had an amazing game, but Aaron Rodgers had a really good game too. A really good game. A couple of things that I noticed was, obviously, like you just said, Aaron Rodgers still has a freaking cannon on him. Like that throw was incompletion or not, doesn't even matter. The fact that he got it in there was amazing.
So effortless too, man.
Literally, flick of the wrist. The other thing was, he threw for 4 touchdowns, and all 4 of them went to his tight ends. We got to get him some weapons. No offense to Pat Freiermuth, no offense to Jonnu Smith or anything like that, but we need some wide receivers on that team. DK can't do it all by himself.
Yeah.
No.
The game plan for Cincinnati was pretty obvious. Jamar Chase is down there somewhere. Just throw it down there, and he's going to end up with it. He did have one drop in the game, which surprised the hell out of Joe Flacco because that boy doesn't drop anything, but it's all right. He got the other. He had 23 targets. 23 targets. Pat Freiermuth had 6. Metcalf 5. Warren 5. Jonnu Smith 6. So if we put the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 receivers on the Steelers side, that's 22, 27. So 27. He only got 5 less reception targets than the top 5 on. Like, that's insane. That type of volume that was going to Chase yesterday, and he was able to get most of those catches. He was able to do a lot with it. T. Higgins got involved there with 96 yards in the tutty. But the main part for me was, even the running games did very well. Normally these games are gritty games. Normally they're low-scoring games. It was amazing to watch these two go out there and put on the performance that they did with Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers. Like, if you're a football fan and been a football fan for a long time, You remember these guys when they first came into the league. You remember when Aaron Rodgers finally gets his first start a couple of years after he gets drafted. Joe Flacco won that championship with the Ravens. I think it was really nice to see them have great games. It was really nice to see that the game was close most of the game too as well. So just my hats off to them. The Steelers, I think they need to get another weapon. Obviously, their defense has problems, but I still think that the fact that they're still new, still trying to learn, I think they have a chance to get it together later down the line.
We're still 4-2. And
Right.
and what sucks is that if we would have won this game, we would have had, I think it's a 3.5 lead on the entire division. Now it just goes down to a 1.5. And the way the Bengals looked, I mean, shoot. Their next game is against the Jets. So let's freaking go Jets, baby. Let's go Jets. I need one so bad.
Not even I believe we're gonna win that one.
That unintentional stray was crazy. Their next game is against the Jets. Heartbreak.
Oh man. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go through the Sunday schedule and then we'll move on to the Monday schedule after this. We're gonna see who we think is going to win each game and give a little reason as to why. And I'll kick it off with this Los Angeles Rams versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the Rams come away with the W in this one on Sunday morning. I think that Rams offense going against that Jaguars defense is going to be a really good matchup. I think the Rams find a way to kind of figure them out. But for me, where the game gets won is going to be when it flips. When that Rams defense goes against that Jags offense, I think that's going to be the mismatch that the Rams are looking for, and they take advantage there. So I got the Rams winning for this one. Flores, who you got winning this one?
I actually have the Jaguars winning on this, and I'm a big Rams guy. But Puka being out and the Jaguars playing in London, which seems to be like something magical happens to the Jaguars every time they play over there. I think the Jaguars will actually pull this out.
That's a good point. Ryan, who you got winning this one?
So the Puka injury is big, but I agree with Macho. I think the Rams pull this one out. I think people forget because of how good Puka is, how good the Rams can run the football. So I expect to give a big game from Kyron Williams, and I think the Rams ultimately win this one in an ugly game.
So then we're going to move on to that next one where it is the New Orleans Saints versus the Chicago Bears. I'm going to start with Flores. Flores, who you got winning this one?
I have the Bears simply just because they're at home. No other reason. Also, I don't think anybody else outside of Saints and Bears fans are going to be watching this game.
That's a great point. Ryan, who you got winning this one?
Do it.
I'm gonna go with the Bears. I think home field kind of gives them the edge. I think if it was in New Orleans, I think it would be a trap game for the Bears. Speaking from experience, but I got the Bears. I think Roma Dunze gets himself on the board this week, actually, hopefully for my fantasy team's sake, but give me the Bears.
So for this one, I'm also going to go with the Bears and the clean sweep here, 3-0. I think that every game for the Bears is technically a trap game because they always think that they're better than they are. But Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, Luther Burden, Loveland, like they got a lot of weapons over there. And the Saints don't have a lot of defense. So I think that the Bears are going to abuse that defense a little bit. And then on the opposite side, I don't see really much happening for the Saints offense. So we're going to move on to this next one where it is Miami Dolphins versus the Cleveland Browns. And I'm going to start with Ryan for this one. Who do you think is going to win this?
Give me the Browns. Everybody's been running all over Miami. Yep. I think Quinshaw Judkins is going to have a big game, and that defense for Cleveland is still legit. Miami's banged up on the offensive side of the football. Give me Cleveland.
I like that. And then Flores, who you got winning this one?
Same reason. Miami cannot stop the run, and Tua is going to struggle big time. Plus, I keep hearing that the weather is going to be terrible. So it might not be a Dylan Gabriel versus Tua. It's just going to be straight up running game. And the Browns got that.
And that's where I was going to go with this one. I also got the Browns winning this one, and mostly because of the conditions. I mean, Miami normally takes advantage when they have games at home, but when they're on the road, especially in bad weather, they're not going to be able to find a way to keep it going. That defense on the Cleveland side is nasty, and mix that with the nasty weather. I think that's a great home field advantage for the Browns there. And then we're going to go to this interdivisional game where we got the Raiders going against the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs win. Flores, who you got winning this one?
Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs win.
Love it. Ryan, who you got winning this one?
I think somehow, some way, the Raiders will keep it close just because it's a divisional game. But ultimately, Patrick Mahomes comes out with the win. Hopefully, Rashee Rice doesn't have a crazy game in his first return because I'm also playing against him in fantasy. But yeah, give me the Chiefs.
Rashee Rice is about to go ham in that game, by the way. We're going to move on to the next one with the Eagles going against the Vikings. Ryan, I'm going to start with you with this one. Your heated rival here going against the Vikings. Who you got winning this one and why?
Man, this one's I think I might give this one to Minnesota. It's hard to say that because I don't see the Eagles losing 3 straight.
That would be tough.
But there's so much going on in that locker room with Philly right now. Like, Minnesota is at home. That's not an easy stadium to play in. And Carson Wentz and Justin Jefferson have been kind of building some chemistry there. And the Eagles' secondary is just not good. Their secondary is not good. They haven't been able to run the football. And if the Vikings can stop the run and force Jalen Hurts to throw the football, I mean, I don't see why the Vikings can't win a close one at home. So give me the Vikings.
I like that. Flores, who you got winning this one and why?
I'm also gonna go with the Vikings.
Ooh.
And it's pretty much, yes, the Eagles are coming off a bye week. They probably fixed whatever issues they had, maybe not. We don't know. We shall see. But that Minnesota's defensive line can stop the run. And the Eagles are struggling to run the ball. And Carson Wentz, man, revenge game. We shall see, maybe. But yeah, I think the Vikings do pull out a close one here, and it's going to be tough for the Eagles.
So my heart is telling me the Vikings, but my head is telling me the Eagles. So I'm going to go with my head here. I'm going to say the Eagles come out with the win. I think that to what Ryan said, they don't lose 3 in a row. And if they do, then that whatever problems we think they have, we will actually see them come to light if they end up losing this one. Yeah. But I think that this is a greasy wheel game for Barkley and for A.J. Brown. I think both of them get going during this game. But yeah, I find it hard to believe that the Eagles are going to lose their 3rd in a row. But if they do, I will not be mad. I will tell you that one. So we're going to move on to this next one, unfortunately, where it's the Panthers going against the Jets. Jets without Garrett Wilson. Even with Garrett Wilson, we were struggling. This is another heart versus head. Heart is saying the Jets, but my head is saying the Panthers. So I'm going to say what my head is saying. The Panthers come away with this one, and we end up going 0-7. Flores, what you got for this game?
Yeah, man, I wish I can give you some type of hope here. But the Panthers have actually been playing quite well.
Decent.
Yeah, so I also have the Panthers winning. I need the Jets defense to show me something, right? Yeah. This would be the game to do it, because the Panthers, yes, they're good, but they're gettable. So the Jets defense show me something, but I do have the Panthers winning.
And then Ryan, who you got winning this one and why?
It's really tough to try to give the Jets find any kind of hope to win this week against a Panthers team who they have been playing well. Ted McMillan has been catching fire. They seem like they're kind of rolling a little bit. And on the Jets side, I mean, the loss of Garrett Wilson is going to be huge. I think the Panthers win. If for some reason they're up at half, I think we see a quarterback change at halftime. If they are. That's a big if. But if they're up big by halftime, I think we see a quarterback change. I think we have to.
the way Rico Daddle's playing, it's not even that big of an if. Like, he's been playing out of his mind. But Chuba Hubbard's coming back, so now they have 2 healthy running backs. I don't know if that hurts them or helps them, but we'll figure that out during during Sunday. We're gonna move on to the Patriots, the hot Patriots going against the not so hot Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna start this one with Drake May is going to absolutely destroy Tennessee, and it's not going to be funny. One thing that I'm looking for and have been looking for this whole season is Travion Henderson. I need him to be unleashed. This would be a good game to get him some run, but they've been disappointing me in that aspect all season. But I think either way, I think the Patriots come out with the win here. Daniel, who you got winning this one and why?
Mike Vrabel's going to get to this game really early, right? He's going to sit on the bench, and he's going to just stare down where the owners usually sit with a cigarette in his hand. And he's going to tell them, yeah, I'm coming, mother. Yeah, I think Pats win big.
Big. And then, Ryan, who you got winning this one and why?
I actually think the Titans somehow cover the spread.
Okay.
Whatever the spread is. They brought in a new head coach, and for some reason in sports, when you got that new head coach coming in and stepping in, there's that new, that new buzz around the team, and the players kind of step it up. I think they cover the spread. Patriots ultimately win the game, but yeah, hopefully Travion Henderson doesn't. This isn't his legacy game because I'm also playing against him in fantasy. But
I'm going to destroy you this week in fantasy. But I think both of you guys actually have a good point here. And it's funny because we normally see these two different things, but never at the same time, where the Tennessee Titans have that new head coach, but then the head coach on the other side has that revenge game going for him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that both challenges out. So that's going to be dope. So then we're going to move on to this next game where we got the New York Giants going against the Denver Broncos. And I'm going to kick it off to the Giants fan. Ryan, who you got winning this game and why?
I got the Giants winning in a tight, ugly game. I think this is going to end up becoming the game of the week with all the trash talk coming from both sides. The Broncos, to me, are the best defense in the NFL. However, the Giants do have a really good defense themselves. But on the offensive side of the football, Bo Nix and that offense they're one of the worst offenses in the NFL through week 7 or through week 6, I should say. And the Titans exposed that in week 1. But I think ultimately it'll come down to special teams. Their special teams is also horrible. The Giants, for some reason, have been great on special teams. So it's going to come down to a big play, which I think, of course, I have to take the Giants to make. And I think the Giants win a tight, close, dirty, gritty game in Denver.
Yeah, I like all the back talk that I'm hearing, smack talk between those two teams, making the game a lot more interesting. Flores, who you got winning this game and why?
So I have the Broncos winning in a close game as well. I just want to see from the Giants. I want to see that same grit fight, everything they showed us against the Eagles, which winning that game tells me that, yeah, this game is also gettable. The only reason I'm giving the Broncos the edge is, one, the defense, and yes, Jackson Dart has to kind of throw the ball a little bit more, which he's definitely capable of. Mm-hmm. But the Broncos are at home as well. So it's just, show me that you guys can replicate what you guys did versus the Eagles, and then we're talking some crazy talk in here.
Yeah, I kind of duplicate the same sentiments that Daniel has about this game, where I do not count the Giants out after winning that game against the Eagles. They can keep up with almost anybody, but at the same time, it's not as easy. It's easier said than done, basically. Mm-hmm. So like you brought up, Ryan, with the Broncos being one of the best defenses in the league, Jackson Dart not really having any receiving weapons. Obviously, Cam Scatterbull has been playing his ass off. Jackson Dart, even without those weapons, have been playing his ass off as well. But I think that the Broncos kind of find a way to come out with the win with this one, especially being at home. So we're going to move on to the next one where we got the Colts going against the Chargers. And I'm going to start with Daniel for this one. Who do you have winning this and why?
I want to say the Chargers, but the Colts, they just look complete, right? And really, I would love for Justin Herbert to kind of be, make his presence known, but the lack of healthy bodies that they have on that offensive side. Yes, they still have their receivers, but you need to protect the quarterback. I think the Colts are eventually going to win this game, maybe by a touchdown, maybe 10 points, honestly.
And then Ryan, who do you have winning this and why?
I actually see the Colts blowing the Chargers out. I think the Colts are going to control time of possession. They're going to run the hell out of the football. They're going to maybe get 1 or 2 turnovers off the Chargers. I mean, that Chargers O-line is banged up, man. They're in Justin Herbert's face. They are in his face all day. I think the Colts win by a blowout. Daniel Jones for MVP.
Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes have been going crazy this year. I kind of want to be different and go with the Chargers. But I can't. The Colts win this one. I do think this is also a close game, but ultimately the Chargers offense against that Colts defense, I think, is a more equal matchup than more people think. That Colts defense has been playing really well this year. It's not just the Colts offense. So if the Colts defense can hold the Chargers to under 20 points, I think the Colts offense is capable of putting up at least 20 to come away with a close win here. But this is going to be a great game. This is a sneaky game to pay attention to this week. We're going to move on to the Packers going against the Cardinals in this one. I will start this off with Packers win this one big. I don't think that this one's competitive at all. And also justice for Marvin Harrison Jr. I need him to leave this team. Flores, who you got winning this one and why?
The Packers, but the Packers have also been kind of underwhelming in these types of games where you expect them to come in and shut the door, blow them out. They had the same thing with the Bengals last week, and they somehow managed to keep it close as well. We know the Cowboys, that was a whole thing as well. I have the Packers winning, but I don't know. I don't know.
Ryan, who you got winning this one and why?
I agree. I think somehow, like, when the Packers are heavily favored, they just poop the bed, for better lack of terms. I got Green Bay. Yeah. I think this is the one week where they win big. I think Micah Parsons is going to have a crazy game, breakout game this week, and the Packers win big.
I will say the Cardinals defense is a lot better than I give them credit for. I've seen them be in a couple of games just because that defense is pretty damn good. But if the Packers lose this one, we got some serious conversations to have. Then we're going to go on to Washington versus the Cowboys, another interdivisional game. And as these are your divisional foes, I will start with you, Ryan. Who do you think wins this one and why?
I think the Cowboys win in a high-scoring game. Coming off a loss in Carolina, the Cowboys defense is absolutely horrid. But the Commanders secondary is also quite questionable and suspect. And both of these teams, I think, are going to play a huge game in the air. I think it's going to be high scoring, and somehow the Cowboys pull this one off in a high scoring close game.
And then Daniel, who you got winning this one and why?
I agree. I think the Cowboys actually do pull this off. If I'm not mistaken, CD is coming back this week.
It looks like it.
And that's another weapon for Dak, and Dak's been playing out of his mind. George Pickens' confidence is through the roof at the moment, and that secondary for the Redskins is just not great at all. We were high on them at the beginning of this year, but I don't know. The Commanders just not all put together.
Yeah. I think this one might be close. I think less than a touchdown, not that super close, probably like 5-6 points. But I do also think it's going to be high scoring. Both of these defenses are very bad. Washington was one of the teams I was very high on coming into the season, and they completely disappointed me. Obviously, Jaden Daniels getting hurt didn't help anything. But even when he was healthy, back to what Ryan was saying, that defense was trash. They were throwing all over that defense, running all over that defense. So unless the offense is able to put up historical numbers, I don't think that they're going to be able to keep up with that Cowboys offense. So the Cowboys come away with the win with this one.
And quick side note, sorry to interrupt you, but me as a Giants fan, that makes me think, right? Like, what if Jackson Dart starts week 1? Like, that Commanders game is very much winnable. That Cowboys game especially is winnable.
And you
But
would
we're
have
talking
Neighbors at that
about
point too.
right.
Week
We're
1, yeah.
talking about a totally different season. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
That's true. That's true. And then we're going to kick it off. I mean, we're going to end it off with the Sunday night game before we move on to Monday, where we have the Falcons going against the 49ers, the charging 49ers somehow still staying above water. And it looks like they're going to be starting Mac Jones again this week. I think that it's hard to go against the 49ers because even though every time I go against them, they find a way to win it. But I think that Bijan Robinson goes crazy this game. I think that this is another at least decent to good game for Michael Penix. He's kind of been a little underwhelming for me. He's been living off of Bijan Robinson's success and that defense's success. Other than that 1 week against the Panthers, the Falcons defense was pretty formidable all season. I think that the Falcons win this one. I think that it's going to be closer than I originally would have thought, just because the 49ers are gritty and they find a way to stay in these games. But I got the Falcons winning this one. Ryan, who you got winning this one and why?
You stole the words right out of my mouth. I think Bijan is going to feed off of last week and have another big game. Hopefully, like you said, Michael Penix finds a way to step it up a little bit this week. But, I mean, that Falcons defense too, I think they're gonna be in Mac Jones' face. He can't really move well in the pocket, and he doesn't have many weapons outside of CMC in that offense. I think they're going to make him work. The 49ers, if they're going to win this game, they have to get the ball out quick, like quicker than quick. So, but I think the Falcons win a tight. Yeah, Joe Flacco quick. I think. Give me the Falcons in a close one.
Yeah, we can't put anybody to the bar of Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's just elite. Daniel, who you got winning this one and why?
I actually have the 49ers pulling this one out. And it's just Kyle Shanahan can scheme up whatever. They're at home. They're counted out. We kind of had them in the same situation a few weeks ago, I believe.
Against the Rams.
I forgot who. Yeah, against the Rams, and then they managed to win. So this time around, I'll give them the nod.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. So we're going to move on to this Monday night. We got 2 Monday night games this week where we got the first one at 7 p.m. I'm just going to say this ahead of time. I'm not staying up for that second one. I will go to sleep and watch the highlights. So we got the Buccaneers going against the Lions. I'm going to start this one off and say I think the Lions come away with the win with this one. I think the Buccaneers, even though they have been finding a way to get it done with all these injuries, I think this is one of those games where it kind of catches up with them. The Lions are kind of at full power. I think they've become a little too much to overcome. Baker Mayfield is our pick right now for current MVP. And he's been playing amazing, but I think he has to play absolutely outside of his mind in order to try to win this one. And it's unrealistic for me to expect that from him. So I'm going to go with the Lions for this one. And then Flores, who you got winning this one and why?
I want to say that Baker goes in there into the Lions den and pulls out a win. I think it just comes down to whoever's the healthiest, and I know Mike Evans is coming back for the Bucks, so there's a chance. And the Bucks do technically play the Lions very well, regardless if it's home or away. It's always a great matchup. I'm actually looking forward to this matchup
for sure,
because this might be a NFC Championship preview. Who knows? So I'm very, very looking forward to it. But I think the Lions do find a way to pull this one out.
And then Ryan, who you got winning this one and why?
I feel like you have to say the Lions. Like it feels like the Lions have to win this game. That's what it feels like. Yeah. But I'm going with the Buccaneers.
Oh, I like it.
I think Baker Mayfield is until he slows down. I feel like I have to roll with Baker, given that his big guy out in the perimeter is coming back this week, Mike Evans. Baker Mayfield, MVP football. He's willing his team to win, week after week after week. And I think he finds another way this week. Why not? Give me the Bucs at home.
I would not be mad at that. The only thing that scares me about Mike Evans being back is I don't know if he's at 100%. I think he's good enough to play. So I don't know if hopefully he's 100%. If so, then this game could be a lot closer than I'm hoping that I'm expecting it to be. But then we're going to move on to this next one where we got the Seahawks going against the Texans. Ryan, I'll let you start this one. Who do you think is going to win this and why?
Give me the Seahawks. Sam Darnold has been playing some really good football these past few weeks, and he's been really under the radar. I know Daniel mentioned him in our last episode, but their defense, the Seahawks defense, is also really good, very formidable. And the Texans, I don't know how to describe them on offense. They're a head scratcher, right? Yeah. I think Seattle's defense is going to get to them. That O-line is horrible, and for the sake of my fantasy team, hopefully not, because I'm starting Nico Collins. But Seahawks win this one, and they probably win this one big.
And then Flores, who you got winning this one and why?
Seattle, Sam Darnold. Again, I saw them earlier in the year. They went into Pittsburgh regardless of time change, difference, whatever for them. I believe it was like 9 a.m., even though it was a 1 p.m. game on the East Coast, and they just showed up and beat our ass. So I expect the same thing. CJ Stroud, as much as I like him, that offense is definitely struggling. It may not be all on him, but part of it is. But yeah, I think the Seahawks win, and they might win big. Yeah,
I'm gonna start this one with saying they need to stop putting 10 p.m. Monday night games. Like that's the one thing. Like that, this is the second time they did it. I stood up the first time when there was the Chargers, and I forgot who the second team was, and that game didn't finish till like almost 1:30. Stop doing this. Stop for the sake of the people on the East Coast. Please stop doing this. But I do have the Seahawks also winning this one. I don't think this one is going to be very close. I think the Texans' defense is very good, but not good enough to where they're going to be on the field a lot. So they're destined to give up some points. They're destined to give up some big plays. That Seattle offense is a little better than most people expected. That defense is very good. And for the sake of my fantasy team going against Ryan, JSN is going to have a huge game, and I'm looking forward to that. But
I changed my pick.
Even that running game for Seattle, I think, might get going in this one too, because I think that the secondary on the Texan side is very good. I don't think their run defense is that good. So maybe this is a game where Kenneth Walker gets going, and maybe even the little Zach Charbonnet in the red zone like they like to do. But Seattle wins this one for sure. All right, so what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be drafting a team. We're all going to have 5 starters and at least 3 bench players. We're going to do this in a snake order. I'm going to be first. Ryan's going to be second. Daniel's going to be third. Next round, Daniel goes first, then Ryan, then me, and so on and so forth until we get 8 players each. So I'm going to kick this off and go with Mr. MVP over here, future MVP Luka Doncic, and then it's going to kick off to you, Ryan. Should I just grab him?
No. Give me Nikola Jokic.
Smart man. Where that boy at? There you go. Smart man. I like it. I respect it. Daniel.
Give me Jalen Brown. No, I'm kidding, bro. No.
He was about to swing at the camera.
Give me. Yeah, he was. He was. Give me SGA.
SGA. Okay. My boy drawing fouls. Who's your second pick?
Give me Paulo after that.
Paulo. Okay. Respectable.
Let's get him out.
I would have took Paulo first just because. Ryan, who's your second pick, sir?
Give me Victor Wembanyama.
Fuck. I was hoping he slid to me. God damn it. That just threw me off. All right. I hate my life. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go with Curry because I want the greatest three-point shooter in the whole world.
I like it.
You know what? I'm going to go with Giannis. Mr. Ryan, what you got?
I don't know if I want a point guard just yet. There's plenty to choose from. I'm thinking more of a forward. Give me Anthony Edwards.
Damn it! I thought he was gonna.
I'm sniping everybody.
Yeah.
Sniping for real. Everybody.
Damn. All right, Mr. Flores.
Damn it. All right. So I think I need somebody. I already got SGA ball dominant. We got Paulo. I need a stretch.
Where are you playing Paulo at the 4? Or are you
I'll
gonna
play him at.
figure it out later?
I'll play him at the floor 4, but honestly, let's get some spacing in there a little bit more. Let's get KD in there.
KD.
Let's get KD. Let's go KD.
Got you.
And then we're gonna go
Embiid, right?
Nah, hell no, hell no, hell no.
Between Embiid and Bam Adebayo.
How are you just completely bypassing Karl Anthony Towns like that?
That's true. That was disrespectful.
That was very disrespectful.
But KD, it's KD though. It's KD. Maybe this time around, Cat is a good option. I also like Anthony Davis for the 3 games he's gonna play for me. Nah, let's go Cat. I'll go Cat just to.
Okay.
Let's go stretch it out.
Mr. Cat, after all that, Mr. Aybar, what you got?
Get a little sassy.
You know, I would love to. I would love to pick up Kawhi Leonard, but
he might be in jail.
That's also true.
Pablo coming after.
Give me OG Anunoby.
Okay, 3 and D.
Okay. Where the fudge? There you go. So I'm playing Luka at the 2, Curry at the 1. Even though I'll have Luka run the ball up 2. I got no big man. This might be controversial, but I'm gonna go with LeBron. And then I'm gonna go with AD.
Interesting.
Isn't that like
Bring
literally
back the old
all
Lakers.
the players that the Lakers have wanted throughout the years?
Yeah,
This looks like
basically.
like a Charles Barkley All-Star team.
I just know I got to get a big man next round because AD is not gonna last very long. All right, Ryan, who you got?
I know we're being a little lenient with the positions. Can I pick like a big guard, like a really big guard? Because I think I want like a really big guard
to play at the 1.
Yeah, give me Cade Cunningham.
Okay. Cunningham. Okay, no, that makes sense. He plays
He's
1.
essentially essentially a point guard. Right there next to Cooper.
I view him as a 1.
No,
me too. Yeah, no, you can leave him there.
Oh, wrong team. My fault. Mr. Flores, who you got, buddy?
Let's see. I really not a complete fan of this guy. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it. I'm just gonna slide everybody, and by everybody, I mean SGA. Really, I'm gonna slide him over at the 2, and I'm gonna bring in LaMelo to start spreading the love.
Ah, damn, that's a good pick. I was gonna get him. Okay, who's your second pick?
Then off the bench, I need somebody with some pop or just continued size, since my team is enormous.
So is mine.
Let's see.
Your shortest person's what? 6'7"?
Yeah.
Why you so tall?
Damn. Yeah, some scoring pop off the bench.
Let's look at my team real quick.
I'm sorry, bro. I was joking about it before.
Don't do it.
I was joking about it before, but
do it. Do it.
Give me Brunson.
Let's go. Let's go. I love it. You should have never let him slide this much. You playing like dangerous games right now.
No, I know. It's just his defensive liability. I'm looking at matchups right now. So
that's smart though.
I was also gonna use this pick to get some scoring off the bench. Give me Kyrie Irving.
Damn. I don't like y'all. That's some a-holes. Where'd Kyrie go? There you go. All right. Let's see. I might want to go controversial again.
Do it.
Nah, actually, I can't. Embiid's hurt, right?
Embiid is day to day.
Yeah, he should be.
Yes, for the last 3 years.
He should be playing in the beginning of the season, I think. I think.
So he might work. He might work.
But that's also why I stayed away from Kawhi. So
You know what?
I got
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
like a great value version of Kawhi Leonard on my starting lineup.
He said, I got Kawhi at home.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm gonna go with JB Blockboy.
Okay.
That boy's
And
wild.
then I'm gonna go with Sengun off the bench. Mr. Ryan. Scroll down.
Let's see. Is DeMontis Sabonis still available?
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he's at the
is.
top right.
We got him
Give
right
me
here.
DeMontis Sabonis. Let's go.
It was between Sabonis and Sengun for me. That's a good pick. Mr. Flores, back to back.
All right. We need to start rotating in some defensive players. So let's go Evan Mobley.
Ooh, Evan Mobley. Okay. There you go. All right. Evan Mobley. And then
All right,
who
and
is your
then-
last pick?
Let's go with my boy, one of my favorite players. Surprising to some, but not to me. Let's go with Franz, gold medalist over the summer. I'll take Franz right there. Just keep the tall lineup going. Literally, Brunson is my and he's the big scoring punch.
Who you want, my boy? Just give you an
So let's
idea who
see.
you
I got Joker. My front court looks pretty good. I'm gonna need another body, I think.
That's the front court I wanted. I ain't gonna hold you. I was hoping to get them round 2 and 3, but you stole them. I don't like it.
I feel like I'm lacking. I think I need another guard who could come in and play the 2. I was gonna say Mikal Bridges. Give me Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
Your team officially just lost.
All right.
I don't know.
So, well, if we talking about playoffs, yeah, you're not advancing. Let me see. I'm going to go with Ja Morant.
You need another
on my
shooter.
bench. Yeah. Double entendre.
I feel you.
Double entendre.
Yeah.
All right. So these are your matchups right here. These are your 1s, your 2s, your 3s, your 4s, and your 5s.
OG locking.
I feel
all
like
of
the
you up.
4s is crazy.
I learned how to say goat in Japanese.
All right, give us it as a sign off.
You ready? Ready?
Ai Sang Brown.
I know it.
Shohei.
I knew it. I thought he was gonna say Otani. Welcome to Macho Talks Sports Extra, hosted by yours truly, Macho, as well as Ryan Aybar and Daniel Flores. Today we'll be covering the Thursday night football game, the Unk-Off, the Silver Fox Bowl, the Icy Hot Bowl between the Bengals and the Steelers. We also go over the Sunday night slate where we're going to tell you who we think is going to win every single game, as well as the doubleheader on Monday Night Football. And then we have a little fun where we're going to draft a starting 5 lineup of NBA players as well as 3 bench spots. And we want you guys to tell us who has the best team. Let's get into it.